Hello and welcome to my channel. If you are new here, please hit the subscribe button to relive my travel experiences and a bit of photography tips. Today I'll be sharing with you my experience on Rufous necked hornbill sighting at Latpanchar, West Bengal, India. So let's start right now. If you have recognized the sound already, you know what's calling. And if you have not, then let's find out. Rufous necked hornbill, one of the wonderful creations of Mother Nature. Since the first time I saw it in the wild, my heart has always wanted to see this beauty again and again. So this time I set out with my wife in the winters of 2018 to the lovely village of Latpanchar in West Bengal, India. With its population spread mainly in the northeastern states of India, this small village presents ample opportunities to view and photograph this avian beauty. But yes, you need to work hard for that. With the help of Parag Gurung and his family and friends who are locals in the village, my dream came true this time. We started off early in the morning by 5:30 am and moved deeper into the Mahananda Wildlife Sanctuary. As understood, winter is the time of the year when the hornbills forage in groups on fruit-bearing trees, and one can see a romantic display between the male and female hornbills. They are known to feed each other. As we kept on trekking down in the forest, it grew thicker and more dense. It has now almost been an hour of descending, but no sights or calls from the rufous-necked hornbills. We saw many other birds on the way and nourished our souls with their soothing calls. But my heart ached for the one and only rufous-necked hornbill. After almost 1.5 hours, we reached a spot where there were no proper trails and we had to negate our route through thick bushes covered with thorns everywhere. If you are unlucky, you will get touched by them and it will cause a burning sensation in the area it touches. But suddenly, we realized that we were just in the middle of everything. We got surrounded and their activity was everywhere. The rufous-necked hornbill has arrived. In the trees, on top of them, flying across them, everywhere. And then we found one of them on top of a tree, sitting all alone, facing the sun and basking itself in glory. A male rufous-necked hornbill. It is characterized by the wonderful rufous-colored feathers on its head, neck and body, and thus distinguishing itself from the female who has a plain black feather coat. It flew away, but gave us ample time to frame it. Next we spotted another male rufous-necked hornbill, this time perched on a more nearer branch. The swaying of its head from one side to the other was a treat to watch. Often a question arises about the black stripes on its beak. I understood from the locals that it starts with none or one stripe at the time of birth. And as the hornbill ages, the stripes increase in number. So the more black stripes on its beak mean an older bird. You just heard the sound of a rufous-necked hornbill flying by. Unique, isn't it? Suddenly, we were treated to a scene of aggression between a pair of female rufous-necked hornbills. We saw them fighting each other, one following the other from one tree to the next. They were now joined by another female. And finally, one male comes to the scene. We can now see 4 rufous-necked hornbills on a single tree. A treat to watch, really.
Male female अधिका chances है.
We were not clear on the cause of the aggression, but nonetheless, it was captivating to watch the scene unfold. Finally, we got lucky to see a romantic affair between a pair of rufous-necked hornbills, a male and a female, feeding each other. We understood from the locals that this is a very important phase in the life of rufous-necked hornbills, as the male tries to gain the trust of the female. The female would confine itself inside a hole on a tree, where it would give birth to the babies. Interestingly, it will not come out of the nest for months, and it becomes the duty of the male bird to feed the female during this time. Amazing, isn't it? Love and loyalty. We were lucky to see the male bird perform its duty in the month of May 2016 when we had visited the same place. We had positioned ourselves far away from the nest and used a 600 mm lens to take the shots, so as not to disturb the pair of rufous-necked hornbills. Here we can see the beak of the female protruding out of the hole in the tree. It is trying to clear the inside of the nest. The male has arrived with a black fruit between its pair of beak. It is feeding the female, and we can see a portion of the beak of the female also in this picture.